All right, today we're getting into the sea turtle. We're going to talk all about the symbolism and what it means. Maybe you saw a sea turtle in your dreams, or you saw a sea turtle in real life, or just somehow it's the symbolism. You maybe saw someone's tattoo and it just stood out to you. Maybe you're seeing it a lot on social media, but we want to learn the reason why. What could the holy spiritual universe be saying to me? What is it guiding me to do, to be? What is this turtle situation all about? Let's go ahead and hop into it.
Subscribe.
So the turtle is a beautiful symbol. One thing that we all really have learned about turtles is how old they live. Right? They are old and wise, and if you've ever been and had a chance to be around a turtle, possibly snorkeling and be able to touch their turtle shell and whatever it might be, you see that how calm they are. Unless you really aggravate them, they are absolutely a symbol of certainty, and it is pretty remarkable to see their strength of just how confident that they are. Now, I personally have lived in Hawaii on the big mountain and on the big island, and I drove up Kilauea and been playing in the snow. It was beautiful. And then in the same day, you get all the way down, you go up to the ocean and swimming with the sea turtles, and it was quite a remarkable experience. It became a symbol for me that really represented something, and I wanted to know more about it, just like you do. I wanted to recognize, what is this symbol standing out? Why is it standing out to me? Now, of course, in my time of life, I was on a journey. I was seeking wisdom. I was attempting to transcend the world, and I wanted to find, divine spiritual realization. So this is actually part of the symbolism that might be something that's naturally happening. So the spiritual universe is a remarkable thing. It reflects what is going on in your consciousness. And that's why you can find things, and especially in dreams, of symbols that are standing out to you. It is attempting to communicate with you what you are naturally already thinking about. So if you are a spiritual person, this is actually a very common symbol that starts showing up for people, because it does resemble the sense of peace you might be getting from meditation, the sense of just certainty and wisdom that you're achieving through energy work and spirituality, different practices like that. And so this is something that really is confident about this. Now, that's the thing about why they are confident. Well, they are literally wearing armor on their back, right? And this is something that you might be learning in your life. You might be building up some sort of mental or spiritual armor that you are protecting yourself with. So this doesn't necessarily mean that you're dipping down in your shell and hiding from everybody, but the fact that you can be confident, you can be certain. Maybe you do feel more certain in approaching different situations than you used to. And the turtle shell is a symbol of your protection. That you know your power, you know your strength, and you're coming into that recognition, and either you've been in it for a long time or whatever it might be, but you recognize that you can walk in confidence now, or swim. You can swim in confidence now because you are protected by something essentially innate, built within you. When you have learned to tap into that spirituality, you learn to recognize that mental strength, that nothing can harm you. You are learning to build the armor within your own psyche, within your own energy, and you're protecting yourself. This is something that the turtle does represent. Now, of course, it represents many different things, and being the sense of caring and loyal is a pretty phenomenal thing. Because when you can predict where a turtle's at and where they're going to get their food, because they do the same thing, essentially routines, every single day. I knew exactly what time of the day I could find that turtle in the coral area. I just go out and swim, and I could see it almost to the minute exactly where it's coming around. And yeah, you don't want to touch the turtle. You want to let them do their thing. But it was a beautiful thing to just be able to swim along with them. And this is something about it, is this routine is a sense of loyalty. So something with, you've heard about turtles, and we got these beautiful baby turtles here. They always go lay their eggs in the same, here we go, we got one trying to lay her eggs right here. And they always go to lay their eggs in the same place that they essentially were born. And it's pretty remarkable that they almost, and they've somewhat measured and calculated these things, but they almost go to the exact same spot. And this is beautiful because, yes, it's, how do they do it, right? Wow. But at the same time, this is a sense of loyalty, that they really are going out and doing their thing throughout the days, swimming, finding food, whatever they might be doing out there. And then when they happen to get pregnant, they just know where to go. So take this and remember, all these different terms are symbolism that you can use to learn to relate to what this is representing. Everything represents so many different things, and this sense of loyalty is just one of them, and possibly relating more so to you. Do you feel like you have lately, or are learning how to, know exactly where to go? Possibly you're being called back to your family. Possibly you're being called back to where you need to nest up. Turtles are not the best family figures, because they essentially live their life alone, and just the instincts bring them together. But they leave their children in the eggs, and of course, I don't say the symbolism is suggesting that you do that with your children. But possibly you have. If you take the symbolism and just attempt to take what it means, what does it mean to be in an egg? And what does it mean to find that strength to come out of that egg, to dig out of that hole, and to crawl on that sand and evading, creatures and birds trying to eat you, and get yourself to the ocean, essentially where you live. And just think of that maybe you are seeing baby turtles standing out in your life lately. And just think of what a struggle that they go through. And maybe spiritually or emotionally, physically, whatever it might be for you, it's been a struggle, and you're coming out of that egg and you feel alone, and you're out in the dirt. You might be among other things that look like you. Do I look like these weird turtle things? These guys are crazy looking. And you're struggling on that dirt to get where you belong. Where do you belong? Maybe you feel like you have been doing this. And all these carnivores of some sort are swooping down. I'm going to eat you. Right? And you're like, no, I got to get where I belong. I'm finding my way. And it feels like other people don't relate with you. People don't, maybe in your family, don't understand you. And you're getting into this new stuff. Maybe this spirituality or symbolism or shamanic interpretation type things. And whatever it might be. Think about it. Especially if you experienced or saw a turtle like this in your dreams, it is really saying something to you. Remember, signs and symbols, yes, they represent something going on inside, but they're also guiding you to something that you might need to be doing, something that it's calling you to transfigure, transform in your mind. And so you might be learning how to keeping on. You might be learning patience. You might be learning that certainty. And it's suggesting, especially if it's standing out to you, you're like, oh man, I saw another turtle. Oh, that guy's shirt, he had a turtle on it. Turtle this, turtle that, turtle, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? And it might be calling you to build that sense of patience, that sense of caring and loyalty. You might be learning to be more calm and focused. So please keep that in mind, that they are very purposeful. They have reasons for what they're doing. Do you have a reason for what you're doing? Do you go and do what it is that you're going and doing? You're looking and eating and whatever it might be. Does it have meaning? Does it have purpose? Are you learning how to live with purpose? How to expand your mind and grow from what you have learned in every day? So take that in mind, that maybe this is what it means to you. There are so many things in which this turtle represents, and being calm and certain is an absolute one you would... What did it stand out for you? That's the question. What characteristics did you notice about a turtle? What kind of turtle was it? Was it a average one, or did it have odd colors? What were these colors? Was it a soft-shelled turtle or one of those blue ones? There's a little picture somewhere with a blue one in there. Was it more of a soft-shelled, long-nosed turtle? What kind of a turtle was it? And then take those symbolisms and try to interpret the words, interpret the understanding in a different fashion. What does that mean? What does that mean? So, of course, if it's an odd-shaped colors, maybe it is calling you to be a little more abstract in that area. So if it's like a turtle, of course, right? But you're finding that they're so calm and certain, maybe you're being more called to being calm and certain in an abstract area of your life, or being more abstract in this area in which you are calm and certain usually. So of course, this is very personal and intimate. You are in a conversation with the spiritual universe, and it is attempting to teach you and to share with you every day of your life, trying to guide you to the best and most appropriate things you need to understand how to be happy, how to be healthy, and divine realization. So keep following those signs and symbols, and I'll be here helping you understand them.